First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Move Javante
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of Three Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Ace Overseer.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the Three Man Weave.
And we live back again with another episode of the Three Man Weave podcast. As you can see, you know, we're doing the shuffle. Who are we gonna miss this week? And as you can see, our guy Cannon, he is not with us right now. You know, he possibly shall be returning soon, but hey, you know, we gonna keep it going. So we are here with another episode of Three Man Weave, episode 215. I am your least favorite host with the least, AJ. So, who else I got with me today?
You already know who it is, your boy Hill, and Hill gonna heal regardless, baby. Let's get it. 215, that's Philly, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, shout out to Philly. 215 in the building. Yeah, I know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. Three Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3 Man Weave _. Email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Also, if you want to get your 3 Man Weave apparel, it's podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Let's get it. Shouts out.
What up, Ryan? What's going on?
Shouts out. I got Curtis in the building. Ryan and Curtis in the building early. Let's get it. No need to waste any time. We got some unfortunate news right before we was about to record. My guy, All-Pro cornerback Trayvon Diggs is out for the season with the torn ACL. Happened in practice, routine play. Legs got caught up on each other, just on a one-on-one drill. And unfortunately, it comes down like that. Torn ACL. Some things that we don't want to see injuries like this, period. We hate season-ending injuries, period, when it comes to whoever it is. I know that's my team. It's near and dear to my heart. Unfortunately, we lost Nick Chubb Monday night. Hopefully he can recover, and at least make it back to finish his last year in his contract. And, but we'll get more in depth when we do our picks and when we get down to the Browns. But, I mean, just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. As far as injuries go, it's unfortunate. We do have depth, and we should be able to keep this train going. No pun intended, Curtis. We should be able to keep this train going because of the pass rush that we do have. Right as of now, Deron Bland probably gonna step up to the outside. He has been cross training. Since he's been drafted last year, been cross training. So hopefully he's going to slide to the outside. Jordan Lewis got some valuable snaps last week. Coming off his injury, he go back to the slot where he's, been there for years. We got Israel McCormick. He's been cross training in safety and corner. Noah Igbenogany, we traded for him before the season started. Eric Scott, we have his draft pick this year. So we have some things that we can be able to sustain, keep this thing going. But it's going to be a knockdown, a step down. Losing the All-Pro, Pro Bowl corner. You just don't easily just replace them and just keep things going. It's going to be a step down. It's going to be a trickle-down effect. But we should be able, with Dan Quinn, should be able to continue what we've been doing so far. We just can't afford another one. We can't afford another injury, right?
That one right there, that's it. And I mean, like you said, you guys do have depth, and we won't even need to stay on this long because pretty much I'm just going to echo everything that you say. But I will say with the way that the pass rush and that front 4 or 5, however you want to call it, depending on how you guys do the alignment, it should make the job a lot easier on that back end. So I do think with the depth and some of the experience that you guys have, I think it still kind of puts them in good situations where they don't have to cover all day, because you guys are going to get pressure. So hey, just cover the initial routes and you should be fine. And like you said, hey, and Dan we trust right now, man.
Absolutely, it's gonna put more onus on Malik Hooker to, like you said, he helped them out last week, because Garrett Wilson definitely had him trailing, on that pay. But having a good safety to have your back, so Malik Hooker's gonna definitely have to be very intuitive with his keys, his range, doing his thing, helping out who's ever on the outside. Gilmore's the reason why we traded for Gilmore. He still got it, even though he's a little bit older, but now it's time for him. We probably were trying to just be cool, just come.
Hey, it's time to wind the clock back now.
Yeah, it's time to go ahead and put a little more ice in that ice tub. What I'm saying? Get ready. We're gonna need you more and more.
That cold tub ready.
We are getting Donovan Wilson back, so the safeties should be, helpful. But like you said, the front seven, the front should help the secondary out. Saying you shouldn't be holding the ball as long, and you should be able to do your thing. But like I said, Deron Bland is very capable of stepping up. He's been showing up. He's been a playmaker since he led the league in picks last year for the team. A lot of people don't know that, but we should be okay. But unfortunate news, man. It's very sad.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Sorry. It happened. I'm like, man, please get me off work, because I just want to snap at work. You never want to snap at work.
That shit like someone breaking up with you and you gotta go to work, man. It's just like, ain't this so, bitch?
You get that frog in your throat, like you want to cry, but you ain't gonna cry.
Like, I'm a player. I'm a pimp.
Man, it hurt. It hurt me. It hurt.
Man, I'm already knowing, man. I'm already knowing.
You dealing with an injury as well. It ain't season injury. Like, hopefully we're gonna knock on some wood. Like, but he Joe Burrow reactivated his calf after the game. During the game, had a massage gun out, trying to loosen that thing up. I'm gonna pause that just in case.
Okay, that I think that was worthy. I think that was worthy.
So I'm cover all bases.
Yeah, of course.
Nah, no, we're not doing that. We're not gonna do that. But yeah, a lot of people, like I say, Jamar Chase was one of the ones that was vocal. He said, don't start the season. Unfortunately, I started off 0-2. We can go more in depth of that later. But he didn't practice today. Don't know, if they're gonna shut him down. We've been having the curse of Monday night been happening, and we don't want the curse to continue. So that's all.
I think so. With Burrow, man, I know the quotes from Jamar and stuff. It seems right in hindsight, but also, dog, this was something that happened in July. We in the middle of September, so he's been like the time frame that it was supposed to be for him to be recovered had pretty much elapsed anyway. So it's just like it was more so of a feel thing, and you really don't know until you out there and bullets is flying and people playing. It wasn't like he kind of just went through it's sore, and which is kind of normal. Like, you're still getting over it, but if he was good to play, he was good to play. Like I said, it happened in July, and so you go back in hindsight, like, yeah, I told you shouldn't have played, but we've seen players have this same injury, and like I know Sam Hubbard actually had this injury last year, and I think he missed a game, came back, played the whole season. So it's just iffy, and hopefully he could put it behind him. He did his interview, his weekly press conference today, actually, since we play on Monday night, and he basically said, "I'm preparing like I'm playing," and he kind of left it at that. So he's preparing like he's playing, and we're gonna leave it at that.
As he should. I mean, at this point, you already started the season. There's no point in you going back. It's just we just hope for nothing. It doesn't trickle down into something even more severe. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to, get it going. I mean, he started off 0-2 last year. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll go a little bit more in depth into that.
Now we started off a little sad on this one, brother. So I gotta light the mood up, bro. Like we gotta have a hilarious clip of the week. Now, you got something to say?
Nope.
Okay.
Floor is yours, my brother.
Now I'm setting this up because we've seen this throughout our years. We've been been overwhelmed, like, oh my God, we've never seen nothing like this before. Like, ooh, it's been exciting. So I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna show you guys something, and then we're gonna get into the hilarious clip of the week. We'll add this over here. Let me go ahead and get there. Let me go ahead and play this. If you guys can see, this is T-Mac. Throwing it off the backboard. All-Star game. The T-Mac. The first time we've ever seen it in our modern day life. In a game. Now look at it. Look at it again. Just so beautiful. Everybody in awe. Everybody's in awe. Slow it down. Look at T-Mac, y'all. Okay. It's enough T-Mac. So,
all right. I can't believe this.
Yeah, so look at your man's.
Of the game. He has thrilled us with his abilities at the ring. But Senator Manny Pacquiao is more than just a boxer. He is an all-around sportsman. And one of his favorites, his love for basketball, hindi nawawala yan. 33 points, 11 rebounds, 15 assists. His passion for the game.
Hey, 33 points, 11 boards, and 15 assists. That's solid numbers, regardless of where you at. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, I don't give a damn. I showed y'all the T-Mac first. The Euro
Off the backboard.
Off the backboard shot. Get Manny all the way up out of here.
Damn that. Did you see the beautiful form on the dirt, one leg fadeaway? Come on, man. That's skill right there.
And you unnecessarily Euro before that too. Like, it's stop Euro. Look, get Manny up out of here, bro. First off, the triple double was just insane. Like, getting the triple double in that league, let me get in there. Let me get in that league.
You can't get in that league. You want to know why?
Why I can't?
Because it's the Manny Pacquiao Basketball League. That is Manny Pacquiao's league. He handpicks who he wants in there. And it's almost like when you playing against Barack Obama. Hey, don't guard him.
Nah.
Make it look like you guard him.
But that's why I don't get the invite. That's exactly why
that's why you don't get the invite.
That's why I don't get the invite.
You gonna go out there and try and heal regardless. And get
But get Manny up out of here, bro. Like, it's no way. But that was nasty, bro. And that's another reason why we sent C Squad to the FIBA, because the Philippines don't have a team. And I don't give it ain't a court in America that Manny is going to get a triple double in the United States. He can't go to my hood right now and get a triple double. It's no way.
Yeah, let them start talking trash to Manny in the Rucker and see he don't start laying them down. He may not score 33, but he may have 33 knockouts. I guarantee it.
Okay. It sounds good.
Bare knuckles. You don't want no parts of that 5'2" man.
In the hood, they do. In the hood.
Yeah, all right.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same.
Okay.
He all peaceful. Yeah, Manny.
He's still from one of them third world war torn countries. It's a little bit different.
Okay.
A little bit
Shouts
different
out-
than 125.
Shouts out to your guy, man. I know, you know, that's near and dear to your heart. You know,
Yeah, man. You know
your
what I mean?
favorite,
One of the
man.
greatest ever. Messed around and scored a triple-double. Today was a good day.
Get
You
me
know
on
what I
the
mean?
court and I'm trouble. Yo, today was a good day. Until the end of the video. Like,
Yeah.
when did the police come from? Like, what did you do? We heard you. We was listening.
We was with you the whole
all
time.
day. You didn't
What
do nothing.
you do?
You
was
commit that
chilling.
one crime. you must have did something the other day.
Yeah, they must have ran your joint, had the APB out on you and just seen you. But you know what? That be the shit that'll ruin your good day.
Mm-hmm.
You be like, you know what? Shit been going bad, everything been, but today for some reason you wake up with a whole bunch of energy, everything feeling good. Whoop whoop! Ain't this about a bitch?
Oh man.
I used to be me every day in the bird.
Oh yeah, you riding dirty.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Yeah, go. Yeah, handle that.
Yeah,
You're grown up now.
yeah, I'm an adult. I can't afford that. All right, but yeah,
man, let's move on. Let's move on.
what we going to next, man?
We gotta talk about your boy, Florida, Mr. Florida. He don't even rep Florida State no more, right?
Nah,
And he don't rep Florida State no more. Well, shouts out to the Buffalo, Colorado Buffalo.
I do.
Shouts out to Florida State.
Norvell did.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta talk about your boy though, man.
All right, so let me go ahead and play this little clip right quick.
We kind of got into it once we came in. Shiloh said, "Oh wow, Shedeur, look, you're gonna be in the NFL next year." I said, "No, he ain't."
I didn't say you. I said we gotta play some next year. I said both of us.
What'd you say? We?
I said we gotta play them next year.
Play who?
So what you trying to say, man?
What you trying to say?
What you trying to say?
But y'all ain't going nowhere.
371. The note on that is
I get up out of here.
Remember you said that.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Shedeur face says it all. Shedeur face like, shit, I don't know about him.
I've been hearing Mel Kiper.
I'm gonna get this paint, dog.
Yeah, I don't know what you talking about. Pop. But
Yeah,
and the funny thing about that is, I thought that was a friendly conversation, friendly family conversation that they got caught on camera. I thought it was candid, but he went on Rich Eisen, and doubled down actually on, because he was talking about ranking his kids, and he definitely said Shedeur was number 2 off the simple fact that he was thinking about leaving to go to the NFL. So he was a little. So now it let me further know that you was definitely dead serious about them not going to the NFL.
Oh, a lot of jokes are based in some truth. It's just some truth in that.
Now like I said, a couple episodes ago, we were talking to Cannon, and we said that if Shedeur, comes back to Colorado next year, it's only to help his dad. And that's what it looks like. This is it. And all hey, listen, we not hating on Deion. We're rooting for him, except when he played USC. All success to him. None of it's not hate. Don't try to run with it. Don't try to spin it. None of that.
Bro, you ain't gotta qualify that shit.
I'm just getting it on out the way.
Hey,
I'm just getting it on out the way. But like I said, this was a selfish move. This is definitely selfish to the part of this only benefits Deion.
Right.
Because of the simple fact. Can I ask you some random questions? I was supposed to fact check this while I was at work, but I was busy and I couldn't do it.
Okay, cool.
But I'm gonna
we don't need that. What they gonna say? We was wrong.
How long was Urban Meyer was at Utah?
Urban Meyer was at Utah 2 years, yeah.
That's that was one of my points. That's what I thought off the cuff. I was thinking that. How long was Lane Kiffin at Tennessee?
A year and a day, maybe. It wasn't long
before he left to go to USC, right?
Yep.
All right. Cool. So my point is using those two examples is that Deion has already exceeded his expectations.
Of course.
He has the world on notice. Colorado is a household name. All of a sudden, like I said, College Game Day has already been there. He's just as, after they finish talking about the Cowboys, they talk about Deion in Colorado. Like he's on every social media platform. Like I said, he's exceeded expectations already. And the fact that they're ranked and undefeated, college football programs are on notice. See,
yeah, of course.
Am I mistaken? Correct me if I'm wrong again. The only offers that he had were USF and Colorado, right?
Right.
Two smaller college programs, right? So my thinking is, you don't have a quarterback class. You don't have a quarterback of the caliber of Shedeur coming in next year.
Right.
You know you're going to need a quarterback to keep this relevance that you have built up. You need Shedeur way more than Shedeur needs you. He already did, like I said, Mel Kiper already got him climbing up the board. There's a lot of people that I'm hearing that he's already a top 5 pick. He could possibly, on this trajectory that he's going on, Drake May is in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I mentioned Drake May because it's nothing that Caleb Williams can do right now. He's going to be number 1 overall pick. It's kind of like what Trevor Lawrence happened. And, Justin Fields beat Trevor Lawrence, and everybody was hyped about Justin Fields, and it didn't matter.
It don't matter.
Trevor Lawrence was the number 1 overall pick. Caleb Williams was going to be the number 1 overall pick. But that number 2 pick, that number 2 quarterback is up for grabs.
Yeah, it's up for grabs.
And then on the trajectory that he's going on, he can easily grab that. Like,
of course.
So,
of course. And I think
this is a selfish move.
Of course, it's a selfish move. But it's the same thing that I've said when Deion got the job at Jackson State. Hey, this can work if Deion is in it to, do all things that he said he was going to do. But if Deion is in it for Deion, it's going to end bad. Deion is in this coaching thing for Deion. He's trying to prove something to himself. Yes, he's doing some really great things, giving his children these opportunities. But Deion isn't doing it for Deion. So, of course, he's going to say, hey, come back to school. Because guess what? That benefits Deion. Today, one of the 2025 number 1 overall prospect and number 1 quarterback in that class visited Colorado. But that's a gap. If Shedeur goes to the NFL this season, 2024, Deion is going to need a quarterback. And he's only brought in, I believe, maybe 1 or 2 3-star quarterbacks to this program in the last cycle. And so even if you get that number 1 overall recruit, he's still a freshman. So there's no guarantee that he's going to come in and be able to come in right away and lead your program to kind of the heights that you have built it up to right now. Because as we've seen, Shedeur is an extremely polished quarterback. And he's needed to be that in every single one of these games.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's like these have been some games where you needed Shedeur to lead. He came out and said it himself. Hey, Shiloh asked me, you gonna send us out there first. And he said, no, y'all ain't stopped nobody all day. I'm gonna put your brother out there. Because guess what? That's what he's proven to be. So in order to sustain this, you got to get someone. And who knows? There may be some transfer quarterbacks out there, but a lot of times if they're a transfer quarterback, they're okay. They may not be that good unless they're a transfer quarterback who's stuck behind a transfer quarterback and stuff like that. A transfer quarterback came in and took their job, but they've been, maybe young or something like that.
You can find a gym. Like he has the capability to find a gym.
Right.
Like you can find a Jalen. You can find a Jalen Hurts after.
You look at Sam Hartman. Sam Hartman, he wasn't a highly touted NFL draft prospect, but Sam Hartman was a really good college quarterback, and he ended up being a grad transfer, I believe, because he didn't have the draft fanfare. Because that Wake Forest slow mesh offense, people were very that was even more quirky than that Tennessee offense that they ran, that extremely wide, basic, route concept offense. So over at Wake Forest, people really questioned him. So he went to Notre Dame. It don't get no more pro style than Notre Dame. So it's just like, hey, go over there, run that. And now he's still performing. So it's just elevated him up to a different level. And I think you can possibly find somebody like that, but who knows if someone like that is available. And so I don't know if y'all see it, but Hill's internet went out. So I'm going, oh, damn, there it go right there. So pretty much, I think to close this off and to put a bow on this, I do believe that if Shedeur continues on this trajectory that he's going, that's doing a great solid for Pops. But I don't know if that benefits Shakur outside of just getting him more reps in college. That's the only thing that I can think will actually benefit Shedeur is just getting more reps in college. But I think Shedeur is the type of quarterback he's had plenty. He's been doing that since a freshman with his dad. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's necessary for him because he doesn't have much else to prove because unlike certain quarterbacks, he is kind of what he is. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but guess what? His accuracy, ball placement, his timing, his ability to, read the field and make good decisions, that's his strength. Other quarterbacks is just like, they're usually, they have the tools, they have the arm talent, they got the arm strength, they have the mobility, but that's what gets them drafted high. But the reps, the accuracy, some of that needs to be worked. And so sometimes they may come back to school to show that they've done that. But Shedeur, he doesn't have to do that. He's proven, hey, I'm accurate as hell. And that's the one thing that they're looking for.
Here's my thing. He could just be, instead of being the second or third quarterback drafted, he could just come back and solidify himself. Okay, I'm going to be the number one quarterback drafted. And I could understand.
But say that ain't always guaranteed.
It's not always guaranteed. I mean, Justin Herbert went through the same thing. But at the end of the day, I mean, he only fell from 1 to 6. I mean, he ended up in a good situation. And then once we talk about later situations, is the most important thing, to be quite honest. But like I said, I'm not questioning his fatherhood or his parenting, any of that, because he is the coach. He's been coaching Shedeur his entire life. He knows Shiloh better than we know. Like I say, they may not personally be ready for the NFL, and who's to know more than Prime? Of course, we're gonna lean to him. But in that moment, it seemed more so based off what we articulated earlier about you not having the quarterback coming in next. About you needing him because you need him for your next job. I mentioned Urban Meyer and I mentioned Lane Kiffin for a reason. Because Urban started off at Utah. Okay. What are he doing in Utah? He had Utah lit. And who can he call it? Florida.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin. You know what I'm saying? You was at Tennessee, cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You end up going to USC, a bigger job, a better job. Hey, Mel Tucker just got fired. Michigan State don't got more money than Colorado?
Oh, absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? Like some of these bigger programs,
that may not be the only job that opens up. Because
I just use that example because he just got up out of there.
Because say what you want, they got a whole bunch of money down there in Texas, and them Texas A&M fans are not happy.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep like prime example, like you just said, Texas A&M. Another Florida school may open up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's Miami record?
I don't know if they're gonna get rid of Cristobal just yet.
What's his record?
It's nasty. It's nasty.
Oh, it's nasty, right?
It's nasty. Yes.
Okay. Like,
I will say, I think Miami would love to do that to stick it to Florida State as well.
You gonna pause that?
No. No.
But that's kind of why I used them as an example because, hey, it's these college coaches, and of course, some people rumouring the NFL and all that. He already mentioned that he don't want to go to the NFL. But these college programs are noticing the revenue that Colorado's getting. Come on now. Come on now. Like you said, Miami record nasty. Who can bring the U back? Okay. I know you don't want it. I know you don't. Okay.
Let's move on.
We can move.
Before I throw up.
I know. I'm just saying. He know. For it's a plan. It's a plan. It may just be his plan, but it's a plan. Shedeur come back. Shiloh come back. You know, they probably be ranked higher than what they would in the preseason. They might be national championship contenders, playoff contenders. You put that on your resume, he up out of there. He using that to springboard to another job, just like all these other college coaches doing. He ain't doing nothing different.
Yeah.
He ain't doing nothing different. They seeing it.
Of course. All right,
man.
Go from one thing that's about to make me throw up to another.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hit that. You hit that?
I did it.
Oh man, yeah. You gonna ball that one. Which 0-2 team should be in panic mode? I'm about to say the most, but that's it. Can we just spend some time on all these teams?
Of course, but this is the one that should be in panic mode the most.
Oh, you pointed to the Bengals. Let's start off with them. Let's go.
Yeah.
How many? You can't keep playing with fire. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This should be the team that's in panic mode the most because out of these teams, they had the highest expectations.
Mm-hmm.
You have the highest expectations. You have the history of, hey, you've been in the AFC Championship game the last 2 seasons, and you've been in the Super Bowl, just 2 seasons ago. And you did things to revamp your offensive line. Your offensive line actually has been playing extremely well. With every single season, the season starts off, can they protect Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow took, 5 sacks today. Joe Burrow took 7 sacks today. In these last 2 games, say what you want, Joe Burrow's been sacked only 3 times. And he hasn't been as mobile in the pocket as he normally is. So he's getting ample pressure. But he's getting ample protection, but the offense still looks stagnant. And what did I say them couple episodes ago? Zach Taylor ain't got no counterpunch. And hey, Zach, I don't care what is going on with Joe Burrow's, calf. Those 2 losses are on you.
Okay.
Did you have anything you want to say, or you want to move on to a different thing?
No, I the first game, I get it. The coaching, like I said, if we're gonna bring a pie chart out, like I say, Zach gets a lot of it because of the game plan and the decision making and what he was doing. So I can't really, it's a monsoon that y'all was playing in. Everybody looked bad, so I can't really put it on Joe, even though, like you say, he looked the worst out of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but just one more thing. We'll start. Not to interrupt you, but here's my rebuttal to that really quickly, just so I don't forget this point. The reason why I give him that a lot of the brunt in that one, because hey, if it's a monsoon, why are you throwing the ball 31 times?
Yeah,
and you averaging over 4.5 yards a carry. That's all I gotta say.
But like I said, but I'm not going to absolve Joe. Like I said, that red zone interception was a terrible decision. Like, against the Baltimore game. You took points off the board.
Of course, that was damn near a 14-point swing, basically.
Absolutely.
So what I will say about that, yeah, like he definitely took points off the board, but even just going from the onset of that game, Zach put us in a hole. Like the play calling to start was very just uninspiring. It's like, hey, they've seen film and they've done things to adjust to what we do on film. Mm-hmm. Why are we not taking film to see what other teams have done against them and implementing that into our offense? Why are we doing the same thing that we've done in 2021, 2022, and last week?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I mean, it's like I said, it's your team. I'm not gonna get, it's nothing no more I can say, but I'm just saying Joe definitely deserves a little bit more of the blame. Like the percentage wise, the bulk of it is on Zach Taylor's shoulders. I get it.
There we go.
I get it. But I'm like, say Joe not exempt from this.
No,
at this point.
Joe is not exempt at all. I'm not saying Joe is not exempt.
Just want to make that clear. You know what I mean? Just what I'm saying.
He's worse actually. But
he is?
Yeah, Zach Taylor's a worse play caller than Matt Canada.
Oh, okay. Hey, you got no argument from me. Y'all probably go argue. That's another Steelers Bengals argument right there.
I can prove it.
we go
right. All right. So who do you think is the number 2 team that should be we in trouble?
Chargers?
Of course. Yes. Absolutely.
Both of their games. Okay, the Miami game was a toss-up. Okay, we'll give you that toss-up when it comes to picking the game, who should have won. But in the midst of that game, watching that game, the game plan was terrible. You had opportunities to win that game, and possibly, let's say, if you view it from the Chargers' eyes, you should have won that game.
Right.
Cool. I mean, but okay, the Titans game. You probably should have won that game as well. Like,
ain't no probably.
I told you, you know what the Titans gonna do. Titans gonna fight you. Titans gonna fight you. You got to come to fight the Titans. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't come to fight.
And that therein lies the problem.
So like I said, we talked about it. Like I said, maybe the Titans not that good, but the Titans Chris Moore was looking like Tyreek Hill, great value. Yeah. Like Chris Moore. Like at some point, when we get to our picks, we'll go more in depth about that. Because they play the Vikings, but some of these decisions that they're making, like I say, like the point they've been putting up points. They ain't got no turnovers on offense. They putting up points. They putting you in position. You know what I'm saying? It's some questionable things that they've been doing on offense as well. That they've been peachy keechy, but the offense been doing their job. Let's say that they're doing enough.
Isn't Brandon Staley a defensive coach?
Brandon Staley ain't gonna survive after they lose again, bro. If they go ahead and lose to Minnesota, what you waiting on? What you waiting on?
Yeah, go ahead and.
Not even where's. Let me put it on the screen, folks. Not even where's Joey Bosa. Where Khalil Mack?
Where is anybody?
What are they doing? Where's Derwin James? What are you doing? Are you being an X factor? Like, they got two. They have. What the problem is?
You can argue that their defense has more talent than their offense.
You can definitely make an argument. The problem is Brandon Staley's too smart. They need to bring somebody and dumb this shit down.
They should have went after Brian Flores, to be quite honest.
Even he's too smart. What's the They had him before. Put Gus Bradley back in this defense and see what it does.
Cover 3. Cover 3, guys.
You feel what I'm saying? At some point, maybe these players just need to just do something simple.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing way too much, and next thing you know, it's too many busted coverage. That's when when there's so many busted coverage, that means you're doing too much.
Right. You're trying to get too fancy.
You're getting too cute. Let's go to Patriots. Another should they have beat? Well, they had opportunities to beat Philly.
Right. And that's where I was gonna say. Like, go ahead, my bad.
Like, it's like, okay, of course, I'm pretty sure pick them. Pretty sure a lot of people pick Philly. We picked Philly. Philly should have, of course they won. They should have won the game. They're the better team. But in that game, the duration of that game, they had opportunities to win that game, and they just fell short. Okay, cool. You want the better team. That's what happens. Cool. They had a perfect game plan when they played Miami. Like I said, I told Cannon, Tyreek Hill wasn't going to look the same like he did against the Chargers. They gave Tua everything that they wanted to give. Even the defensive player came out and said he didn't do nothing special. He did everything we wanted him to do, and they just fell short again.
Right, and that's why I know this is one of my teams that I picked, but the reason why I'm not too worried about the Patriots because they played two better teams, and the Miami Dolphins, they had a great defensive plan for the Miami Dolphins, but ultimately Miami does have more firepower on like offensively than New England does offensively, and I think that's just we see it all the time. Sometimes when you have a really good defensive team, but your offense is still trying to catch up, sometimes just like you put so much on your defense, it's only a matter of time in an offensive centric game that your defense is going to crack. And sometimes that just happens. And then then that puts more pressure on your offense to be like, oh shit, I got to make a play instead of just, hey, managing the game, not making mistakes, running the ball. Like when you actually need to make a play, sometimes it gets them off the game. And
I don't even know what their offensive identity is. Like
I think they're still trying to figure that shit out.
Okay, that's why you're 0-2.
Yeah.
Like sometimes that's why you're 0-2. Like, you should know who you are. Sometimes you may not be able to execute it as much as you want to, but you should know who you are.
So I think they're getting to it because, as you've seen, they've been featuring Hunter Henry a lot. He's been looking really good, and that's been something that's been able to help them. I believe Kendrick Bourne has been looking pretty solid too. I know they wish they had Jacoby Myers still, but I think it's going to come around, and I think eventually they'll be able to help that defense out a little bit more, especially when they start playing a couple teams that are a little bit lower caliber, start getting some wins and padding that win total back. I think they'll start getting back in the thick of things, and they go up against. I think they got the Jets this week, and we'll talk about that when we make our picks. But I think they'll be able to start righting this ship soon.
Vikings should be next, so let's go ahead and go to the Vikings. Oh, man.
Let me start.
Go ahead.
In the offseason, like I said, stop believing when you see these teams that have all these close wins and think that they're going to always just take a next step, because a lot of times in the NFL, regardless of how bad a team is and how good a team is, usually the score on average comes down to one score. A team that is undefeated in one score games, don't think that, they're going to get better and just beat everybody next year as well. The ball bounces funny, and that team got extremely lucky. But you saw what happened when they went up against a team like the Cowboys last year. You saw what happened in the playoffs, and Kirk came back to being Kirk when the pressure was on. And of course, he does Kirk things when you need a first down, but the pressure's coming, game on the line. He throws the ball short of the sticks because that's just kind of what he does when it's just like, let me just get the ball to somebody instead of like, hey, no, you know what? Fuck it. Go make a play. So that variance, man, sometimes it tricks you. I wasn't sold on this team getting back to the playoffs in the preseason just because some of the things that I felt like it just doesn't align. And I don't think they're going to have the same luck that they had last year. And it's at this point, they're 0-2 in one score game. So I don't think they'll be able to bounce back.
It's just the fact that it's just, like you said, the bounce, the luck of the bounce, and they're definitely not getting it this so far. Kirk's been doing his thing. Kirk been holding it down, statistically, like he does. Justin Jefferson been doing his thing. The offense been putting up points. Jordan Addison been looking like a good find.
Looking good, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other than Madison looks horrible. They made the trade for Cam Akers because Madison looks horrible. People tried to hype up Ty Chandler because he was in the preseason. The backup situation. If Madison can do it, Ty Chandler can do it. Yeah, it's not the same.
Right. Absolutely not. What do we always say about them backup point guards? They get that contract and become a starter.
Every time they show it, they expose themselves every time.
Every time.
The defense, I know, like I said, bare minimum, we thought it was going to be a competent defense off the strength of Flores was going to be the defensive coordinator. This isn't looking any different, to be quite honest. Like I said, when you don't have the personnel, like I say, sometimes the coordinator can only do but so much.
So much. It's only so much you can do, man.
And they don't have the personnel.
Yeah. And it's like with this team, this is kind of like you said, with Madison not looking so good, you know what would help your defense some? Bleeding the clock.
Yes.
If you could run the ball and bleed some of this clock, it would help your defense out because you wouldn't necessarily have to just always be putting them out on the field. And those one score games, you can hold the lead because guess what you can do? You can speed this game up. You can speed this game up.
But how many turnovers did they have last Thursday? Yeah, like 4.
And
Okay.
And they were still in it.
It ain't the same when the bullseye's on your back. We talked about that. Yeah. Like I said, this is in regards to Alexander Madison. Like I said, it's all good. Everybody love him. He's the best handcuff in fantasy history. You know what I'm saying? Alvin go out, miss a couple games, boom, you bring in Madison. They even look the same. They got dreads. Now he's the focal point, and now he's looking extra regular. And then you trade for another extra regular running back in Cam Akers. I've never been sold on Cam Akers. That's that Florida State bud y'all were trying to sell me on, but I was never sold. But maybe those two mid together can combine to make something
okay
and help this running game.
Something midder.
Something
a little bit midder.
You got to pass me the chest this Sunday. I mean, we do too, but we ain't pick up it. We'll go with the Broncos. Let's go to the Broncos, and they are 0-2. And you know what's crazy? This is an unfair 0-2 in my opinion.
Yeah.
The reason why it's unfair is because you started off with a divisional opponent. Okay, yes, you should have beat the Raiders. We feel that you're a better team than the Raiders. I get it, but it's week 1. Things happen in week 1.
Crazy shit happens week 1 in the division.
It's a divisional opponent. So, like I said, it happened. So, but okay, you lost that game. Then you had like a 21-point lead against Commanders and you blow it. Like, that's on everybody.
Everybody.
Like, it's easy
because also remember this defense was supposed to be one of those units in the league. Giving up 21?
Did I sing you that Rex Ryan quote? Yeah, that was funny. But it's one of those things that I've always said about coaches wanting their guys. Like the defensive coordinator never should have left. The job that he did in Denver should have solidified himself as being the defensive coordinator, no matter who got the job. Exactly. And ego comes into play. I want my guys. I want my own coaching staff. And I get it. Vance Joseph is a good defensive coordinator. Like, I'm not saying that he's the problem, but it's just the fact that now they may need time to get it, understand his system.
Because you're changing shit. What we were doing, this is different now, and that's what happens. Like you said, these early weeks, it's one thing to do it in practice when both sides are implementing shit, but one thing is just like, hey, bullets is flying now. Those busted coverages, that matters.
Do we still want Russ to cook? Even air frying,
a little bit of microwave,
He making some edible meals. These two games. You know what I'm saying?
Russell Wilson has played winning football. The last 2 games could have won Russell Wilson, won those games from Russell Wilson.
And it's just like I said, it's just unfortunate. I said what I had to say. Sean Payton ain't rocking with Russ. Cool. Sean Payton not rocking with Russ. That is fine. Your job.
Matter.
Yeah.
You got.
Make it. You a good coach will make it work.
Make it enough.
And now it's looking like if it, like I said, it's only been 2 weeks. Like I said, we need to, blow it up after 2 weeks. But let's see. Let's get more into the season and before what I'm about to say holds any value. But Sean Payton, you walked in the building like you was God. What have you really done without Drew Brees? Right?
Very
What have
similar
you?
to the things that we've said, and never mind. But yeah, it's just like this is your chance to, show like, hey, what I do in the league matters, and what I've done, I am, the offensive guy that you guys said that I am.
But we already know that he already has the winning. He has the media on his side.
Of
We
course.
know if this thing keeps going as bad as it's looking so far, who's going to get Russ is going to get all the blame.
Every Seahawks player with a podcast gonna come out and be like,
they've already said what they had to say already. So
Yeah.
they not even. It's other people, like you said, and now it's the other people. The snowball effect is happening. So now, okay, you're gonna have to go get another quarterback. Okay, cool. Go get another quarterback, and we'll
ain't
see.
that easy.
And no, and we'll see. That's all I'm gonna
Mhm.
say. So, like I said, I know it's too early. I don't want to make a hot take, first take type of statement in week 2. Just give it some time. Just give it some time. Because we see that you really don't like him. I'm not disagreeing with you, Curtis, on that one. We see that he don't like him, but better make it work. It ain't gonna just be easy getting rid of Russ. It ain't gonna be just easy replacing Russ.
Exactly.
And
there's a lot of money out there too.
And it's a reason why, to answer the question, he wanted to answer the question, who should panic the most? The Bears. And there's a reason why they went last, my brother. The Bears.
Yeah.
You got your cape?
This team should definitely be in panic mode, but it's not what everyone is thinking. This whole thing, like, blow it up, blow everything up, like coaching staff, GM, everything. It's been a complete clusterfuck, and it's been mishandled. So yes, everyone is blaming Justin Fields, and Justin Fields does take some blame, and he does have some culpability in this. But I need y'all to stop saying that it's just all on him, because I guarantee you, whoever you put in here, if they got rid of Justin Fields and drafted Bryce Young would look just like this, or maybe worse, because he don't run like Justin Fields. It ain't been looking like it's been okay for Bryce Young. He has shown flashes, some, but it ain't looking pretty for him either. So just because you think, oh, it's all Justin Fields, no, it's some. That's why I'm not saying it's a bust, because like I've said before, a lot of this blame always goes to the players. When organizations fail, a lot of these players, a lot of the time, it's a reason why I came out and defended Caleb Williams, because Caleb Williams, he comes to the situation. Do we think Caleb Williams is just automatically going to look like the next coming of Pat Mahomes? And I'm sorry. And you put Pat Mahomes in this situation. You put Joe Burrow in this situation. I don't know if we're going to see what we think at the level that they are to turn this thing around. Let's not forget, when Pat Mahomes got there, they was coming off a 12-4 season. Alex Smith was already looking like he was something. When Joe Burrow got to the Bengals, it was a declining Andy Dalton. They were playing Ryan Finley, but it was still some holdover talent from the Marvin Lewis era. It was just like, hey, we need to see what we have in Ryan Finley, because we traded up in the 4th round for him. So let's see what we got in him. And if he shows something, we might rock with him. If not, hey, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Tua, they're all available. So it was some talent. Bro, what have they put here? Ain't this his second offensive coordinator in his tenure in his NFL career?
Technically, yeah.
And this might be the worst than his first one.
But what did I say? I'm not asking you. I know what I said when he got drafted, and I said they need to give Matt Nagy an extension. And it wasn't for the cape for Matt Nagy, because I didn't think Matt Nagy was that great of a coach, but I wanted the continuity and the stability of a coaching staff and somebody of an offensive mind to be with Justin Fields so he can elevate and he can actually progress. What did they do? They fired Matt Nagy after year 1. Okay, cool. You bring in Matt Eberflus. I like Matt Eberflus. He's a defensive guy. Okay, cool. Defensive guys are defensive guys. And most of the time when defensive guys become head coaches with young quarterback, what do they lean on? They lean on the run game. What did they do last year? Had Dave Montgomery, Khalil Herbert, and they was running the ball a lot. They was running Herbert a lot too.
And guess what? Who was their best running back? Justin Fields.
But I mean, he wasn't developing as a passer. It wasn't, he wasn't developing as a passer, but you didn't expect for that person to develop him. But you figured that his own natural progression, he should get better. But he also didn't have any weapons. So what did we say? Get him some weapons. Maybe we see something different. They go get him DJ Moore. And now we're seeing him look like a rookie, bro. Like, I've seen videos of them running the same screenplay 3 times in a row. I've seen videos where 2 people's going in doing the same route and one person not doing the route. The line is one side of the line is run blocking, the other side is pass blocking. The running back is doing a flare route. Like, this is all in one play. So we've seen like the clusterfuck of what he's dealing with. It's not just Justin Fields. But at the end of the day, I'm going to look at him and I'm going to hold him accountable at this point because you have to read the room, bro. I get it. You're athletes. Y'all not listening to the outside noise as much as we are. But last year, it was talks of should they trade you and draft a quarterback? Use you as the draft capital instead of the number 1 pick as the draft capital. It was talks of that. I was one of the ones that came out early and said, no, they shouldn't do that because I didn't feel that none of these quarterbacks were better. They had the projection to be better than Justin Fields. Next year, I can't say the same thing.
Of course.
Next draft, I can't say the same. So I said that last week. I said, hey, this is a make or break year for Justin Fields. You need to get it together. At some point, if you feel that you're being robotic and the offense is not flowing the way that you may need to start doing a Willie Beeman and call your own plays. You may call something at the line. You may need to do something different than what you're doing because what you're doing ain't working.
Take off. Move the pocket on your own. Create your own half-field reads. Do what you got to do because, all you got. Right. At this point, you got to take it into your own hands a little bit. I'm not saying go completely rogue, but also do the things that help you. If, to me, like I said, they've only called a certain amount of design runs for him this season. I think it was like 3 or 4. To me, if he's feeling robotic, look, make it easy on yourself. Drop back 1, 2. If it ain't there, take off, bro.
Yep.
1, 2, take off. Find your lane and get you 4 yards. Get you 3 yards. Get you 5 yards. Get you 40 yards. But do that and open up the defense yourself and then start, progressing and doing the things that you need to do there.
It's just the fact that, like I said, you're going to get the blame. And at the end of the day, let's think about it. He wasn't he was the fourth quarterback drafted in that draft, right? It was Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, and then it was him, and then Mac Jones.
Yeah. Okay. I just couldn't remember if it was him or Mac that went first.
But it was a reason why. Think about the draft process. A lot of people after that game was hyping him up, like you said, he's better than Trevor Lawrence, right?
Because he played his best game. Yeah,
played his best game. They were surprised how he played. Was against Georgia, right?
Yes.
So okay, cool. We got that.
Was that CJ? I think that might have been CJ Stroud.
It might have been CJ Stroud.
It was CJ Stroud that played his best.
But
game.
he beat Clemson though.
Right. Yeah.
He beat Clemson, and that's why they say he was better than Trevor Lawrence and all that. Cool. So we get to the draft process. We understand, Trevor Lawrence was going 1, and then all of a sudden that it was just a lock that Zach Wilson was just going number 2. A lot of people was rallying for him to go number 3, for him to be the 3rd quarterback taken. It's the reason why you failed, and they had to trade up to come get you because of the things that they felt that you couldn't do. And now you're proving those naysayers right. So now I'm not sure that who's going to take a fly on him next year. because now you're taking a flyer
Right.
next year. It's gonna be year 4. You may have to pick up the 5th year option. You know, now how they go when they come about paying quarterbacks.
So here's my thing, and I actually said this on the brew party with my guy Andy. Shout out to the brew party. I said that to him earlier this week. I'm going to ask you 2 questions.
Mhm.
First question: who was looked at in the quarterback process? I mean, in the draft process, as a more polished quarterback? Justin
Lawrence.
Fields? No.
Oh no, I'm
Justin
sorry.
Justin Fields, or Anthony Richardson?
Oh, Justin Fields.
Right. Anthony Richardson went to Shane Steichen, and already it's like, oh, we're seeing flashes.
Yes, absolutely. I was skeptical with that. Yes.
Right. But we're like, oh, damn, it's like, okay. It looks like we can work with something here.
Coaching matters, right?
Coaching matters. Justin Fields goes and it's just like, hey, it's week 7. Why are y'all just now figuring out, hey, maybe we should run him? And then the very next season, after he runs for 1,000 yards, you don't do it again.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's like, that doesn't make sense. Second question, coming out of the draft, do you know what Justin Fields' strengths were?
His arm strength, his mobility, he had accuracy. He just couldn't read. Read. His reading was still questioned, but all the other traits that he had.
Right. And here's my thing to that.
He couldn't process sometimes.
If you have a quarterback who has a lot of arm strength and has really good deep ball accuracy and good mobility, that's how you should build your offense. Because guess what? From the couch, it looks like, oh, you should be able to throw these short routes so much easier because it's right in front of you. When in all actuality, the short routes, that's when accuracy matters the most, because your margin from error is so much smaller because it's so congested. The deep ball is when you don't have to be as accurate. And guess what? It may look like you have to be more accurate, but when you're throwing it 40, 50 yards downfield, your receiver can run under it or run to it. So whatever spot you put it in, it looks like it was a perfect deep ball, but sometimes your receiver, he goes from running to the sideline to running over the middle of the field and catching it over the opposite shoulder because, oh, it's just laying it out there for me and I can go get it. When I'm having to throw a 10-yard out, guess what I got to do? I have to boom, boom, boom out to the sideline. I can't hitch. I can't miss inside. None of that. And so you're not coaching to his strengths. And I'm not saying don't do none of that, but implement that stuff in it. And guess another thing that makes the deep ball easy. Hey, if as a quarterback, I'm running the ball, bring that safety ass right on down in this box. Hey, now they got single high and boom. DJ Moore, go get it, dog. We seen DJ Moore catch that bullshit against Carolina in that overtime game. We know he could do it. Help him out. And that's what Shane Steichen has been doing with Anthony Richardson. And everybody questioned Anthony Richardson because it was like, oh, he's only taken 1 season worth of snaps. He barely played quarterback, this and that. He's extremely inaccurate. But guess what he's doing? It looks something because Shane Steichen already had the blueprint because he did the same shit with Jalen Hurts, and they had the same questions on Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Shit, Brian Daboll did the same shit with Josh Allen. Shit, he did it with Daniel Jones last year.
He ain't doing it this year.
He ain't doing it this year. But I'm saying, coaching, bro, that shit matters, man.
Coaching really does matter. Like I said, at the end of the day, like I said, you got it, but they gonna get another job. Like Eberflus gonna get another job. Getsy gonna get another job.
Because Eberflus gonna get another job.
That's what
I know how I go. I know how I go.
But you may not get another job. But let's go on to these picks, my brother. And if y'all the 4s in there, if y'all still here, put y'all picks in as well. Let's get it.
Oh shit! I think I gotta put my Thursday pick in.
I got mine.
You got this. We just gonna run through it, or you got the graphic?
I don't have the graphic. I tell you.
Okay, well, all right, fuck it. Let's just run through it. God damn it.
Yeah, I got my app up. You got yours up?
Yep.
All right. We got the 49ers and the Giants tonight, Thursday night football. I got the 49ers, no Saquon. Even if they had Saquon, I was going with the 49ers.
They could have had Jaquan, and everybody was in the club getting tipsy last night. I'm still going to 49ers.
Absolutely one of the best teams in the league so far. And they definitely, the boys is different. All right. Next game, we got the Titans at the Browns.
I am so gonna hate myself for this pick, and I know Ross gonna hate me for this pick. I'm going to Browns, man.
Wow.
I think that defense, man, is just the defense did something these last two games that showed me that they're on another level, and their offense has just let them down. And I don't think I'm just going to Browns, man. I'm
going to Titans, bro. Bro, Deshaun Watson and
he's ass. He's
like, what happened to him? Like, this fall up is on the same.
This karma.
Okay, cool. They got my answer. But you talk about the Browns defense. See the Titans defense?
Yes. I think the only reason why I'm saying the Browns is I think the Browns secondary is better.
Okay, it can be better.
So I think a lot of stuff is a push. I think I would even go with the Browns linebackers over the Titans right now, and just overall, where it was. Of course, I ain't even gonna get into it.
Kick a damn more ass.
Beating it. You saying where was Miles? Oh, y'all was calling plays intentionally to keep him out of that game. That ball was coming out quick to the motherfucker.
But he definitely still didn't have no impact. So so good.
I mean, if your game plan is around him and you not being able to, if you doing stuff to not even go to that side to challenge him, that's an impact. But it may not just show in the stat sheet. But that's neither here nor there.
That's two types of impact. Oh, we got the Falcons at the Lions. I got the Lions.
I so wanted to pick the Falcons, but I tricked last week, so I got to go to Lions too.
I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either. That's why I wanted to go to Falcons, but
I do think Ben Johnson, like you said, with that offense that he got, Ben Johnson, the way the offense is going, they're gonna find a way to put some points up on Atlanta.
Yeah, I think Jared Goff gonna put some points up.
Now this the one. Nah, this ain't the one, but
this is not the one.
It's gonna be a good one though. It ain't the one, but it's gonna be
it ain't the one, but it's gonna be solid.
It's the Saints versus the Packers.
Going to Packers, man.
You going to Packers? I'm going to Saints because the Saints defense has been the Saints defense this year. Their offense has definitely been a little roller coaster, been a little iffy. But
and they got weapons, and they got some guys on the outside that now makes me want to pick the Saints, but it's just like
I just feel that Jordan Love is going to have a time.
Yeah.
I don't feel that this team is just, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers won. Don't get me wrong. Like, this ain't that tough of a game. I just feel that the Saints defense is going to be the one that's going to carry this game.
Of course. I'm with you on that, but I just kind of feel like I got a hunch.
Now, we had them teams on Who's Your Panic. Broncos and the Dolphins.
You could not have faced this team at a worse time, dog, because you need a win. If this was in Denver, I'd give them a shot.
Wow.
Just strictly off the altitude, but
bro, all that means was Tyreek and Waddle was gonna get y'all tired.
Fly.
Just
gonna fly. But yeah, man, I think this is a no-brainer, man. I'm going with the Dolphins on this one.
And they did it too tight. They did it. This is the problem. If Tua can stay healthy And they just showed y'all two different ways. Okay, boom, I can air it out, or we can dick and dunk this thing and still beat y'all. Like, that's dangerous. And then the running game has started to figure something out. Like, even though most of probably, I'm not advocating for injury, but his track record said that he might get injured soon. Like, until then, you're gonna ride most of it out till then.
Yeah.
Poor Broncos, man.
Yeah. Speaking of the 0-2 teams.
Now this is the game.
This is the one. This is the one where, hey, somebody better drop your nuts.
Can we have some fun right quick before we make our pick?
Oh, 100%. We always can have fun.
I got two scenarios for you. Chargers lose. They go 0-3. Do you just go ahead and fire Brandon Staley? That's one scenario. Vikings lose. They go 0-3. How you feel about that rumor trading Kirk Cousins to New York?
To the Jets.
To the Jets.
That's exactly where I knew you was going.
It's got
to happen because to me,
what got to happen?
Kirk to the Jets.
Why?
You've been doing this soft rebuild anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Lean into that shit. Go get Caleb, Shedeur. Hey, I guarantee you, if Caleb know he gonna have Justin Jefferson.
Oh, you speaking from the Viking standpoint.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I took that as the Jet standpoint. I'm sorry.
Well, shit, the Jets. Hey, look.
Wait. Just wait. They next.
Okay.
They next team. What you didn't answer about the Chargers though.
See, I don't think that they're gonna fire Brandon Staley, but to me, it's what you waiting on type shit.
They have their coach in place.
Who?
See, most of the time when I ask about when I ask about
you feel it would go straight to Kellen?
Yes.
Okay, I can see that.
I feel that's why he was a surefire, immediately hired offensive coordinator.
I can see that.
Like, you didn't even wait. Like, Schefter couldn't even tweet it first by the time he was hired. Like, think about it. We all thought Staley was fired and Sean Payton was going to go to the Chargers last year.
You're right.
So you start on 0-3. What we waiting on?
Make it happen, Captain.
Well, who you picking?
Because I want to see it happen.
I know. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say the Chargers, but I'm gonna go to Vikings, man.
You wanted the Chargers to win?
Because I wanted to see if they would make the trade, but I kind of want Staley to get fired too.
Okay.
Because I'm going to Vikings, so I want to see what they'll do. Because like you said, because Keller's already there. I'm
gonna listen right now. We don't know what Kenny picks off
at all,
and he took the lead, but this thing could go.
It can go south real quick.
The way me and you pick it. Oh my God. Okay. Now we got the Patriots and the Jets.
Going Billy B.
Okay.
Going with the Patriots.
I got the Patriots as well. But let's play another game. Let's play the scenario game. The Jets lose. The Vikings lose. Who calls first?
Jets.
Okay.
I believe the Jets call first off the simple fact where it's like, okay, we 0-3. We need to right this ship. Hey, we will give you this first rounder because I heard someone say it's like, hey, shit, we expected to lose this shit anyway. Just move forward like we didn't like previously planned. We'll just give you the pick because to me, I feel like they set this thing up where it's the window. They made it feel like, okay, we gotta win now. So when you set those expectations, and I'm not saying you gonna win now with Kirk. I'm not saying that. But sometimes to get people off your back, you got to look like you're trying. And if they keep rolling with Zach Wilson, and this shit get the 0-5 or 1-6 or 2-6, might be hell to pay.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely. Yes, the floor is yours, my brother.
Yo, we still having fun. We still having fun right now. What you holding on to Robert Salah for? And this is why I asked it. No, this is why I asked him to set it up. Last year when they was going through whatever they was going through. What did Elijah Moore say? He was very vocal about being unhappy, right?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Then you get this. Okay, cool. You got Zach Wilson. He didn't have no type of. He didn't read the room at all. Cool. I put that separate. That's Zach Wilson issue, right?
Right.
Okay, you lose last week. You lose to the Cowboys. What Brees Hall say? Immediately. Oh, we lost. I got 4 carries.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do nothing to help him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's another disgruntled athlete, disgruntled player on your team, on your watch.
Of course. And
Sauce,
the reason
Sauce, hold on. Sauce had to deactivate his Twitter too, and Sauce was like, hey, listen, I want to travel. Why I'm not traveling? So that's 3 disgruntled players. Keep losing. Why I'm keeping you here? Because obviously you can't control this.
Right. But that comes with having those high expectations, because now everybody came into this season. Oh, we one of the Super Bowl favorites. We about to make some noise. 4 plays in, tragedy strikes. So now it's like, well, shit. I felt like we was on the way. I felt like now it's like, oh, if I'd have just did this, we would have had all of that happens. The one saving grace that I think will keep Robert Salah around throughout this season, even if they lose, is from last year and to kind of start the season. It wasn't really the defense, and he is a defensive guy. To me, with the Brees Hall, Elijah Moore, the Zach Wilson, those are offensive guys. Yes, Sauce came out and he said, I want to travel. But hey, DJ Reed, DJ Reed was balling too. Like, he been balling, and yeah, CD came and he shook the room on motherfuckers. And now you want to travel. But before that, everything defense, we a quarterback away. They've even been saying it on Hard Knocks. Hey, Zach Wilson was so shitty last year. Hey, we a quarterback away. Go sit down in the corner, Zach. Go sit in the corner, Zach. You ruined it for us. We did better with Joe Flacco and Mike White. So now that's why I say if they lose, that's why they're gonna bring in they gonna panic it. Not they gonna make that call for Kirk if these stars alive.
I actually want these things to happen. Like, Kirk has one. This is the last year Kirk's deal. Like, they don't have any long term. Like, they ready. I
want it to happen because I want to see what Justin Jefferson would look like if he get like one of them ones. Like, if he get one of them ones. Shit.
Oh, okay. I feel you. Kirk not bad though, man. Like,
Kirk not bad. Kirk not bad. I ain't saying Kirk bad. I'm just saying if you get one of them ones.
It's different. It's different. Okay.
Oh, motherfuckers get sleepy. Go ahead, rush through these things.
We got the Bills and the Commanders.
I'm gonna go Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Bills too, because I think they got that, that first game out. They got
the weird shit out the way.
They normally have some weird games throughout the system, season. So they got it out the way early. I got the Bills, but shouts out to the Commanders, man. Like,
shouts out to the Commanders. I think this will actually be a more entertaining game than people think.
I hope so. I mean, this is one of those litmus tests.
Yeah, like, I think this will be a very entertaining game.
I mean, Sam Howell been doing his thing, undefeated as a starter. He's looking like a good quarterback out here. They're looking like they found their guy. And that's good. They've been looking for their guy, for a long time. Chase Young is back. So, I mean, he added to the fact that, Montez Sweat is still there. That defense is still, doing some things. Like, I mean, the defense is still, look like they was projected to be. Manuel Ford's out here, Ricky first rounder. Scary Terry's still one of them ones. Dotson. Like, they have the personnel sprinkled around this entire roster, to be something. Eric Bieniemy, like what do you say? Got the offense looking, looking good at times. Like I said, this offensive line is still something to be desired. Sam Howell is still getting hit a lot, taking a lot of sacks, and the Bills are coming in town. We're gonna see how this offense looks versus that defensive front, and we'll see. This is, like I said, this is a litmus test. They can lose the game. That's fine. Lose the game is fine. It's gonna be how you lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And if they win this game, somebody's on notice. If the Commanders win this game, the NFL is on notice now. So, hey, it could happen. But I got the Bills. You got the Bills.
Yeah, I got the Bills as well.
All right. We got the Texans and the Jaguars. Yeah, we got Jags, right?
Yeah, I feel like the Jags is going to come back after that last week's ugly performance.
What was that? It was that hot?
I don't know, bro. That shit was weird.
Like, it was that hot? I mean, both teams look ass.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. That shit was weird.
Okay, cool. I mean, Chris Jones didn't look ass, though.
Oh, no. He was whooping ass.
I mean, what was his offseason?
He was mad. That motherfucker said,
he don't even come to training camp ever if that's the case.
Week 8, shit.
Bro, they in the red zone already. We got to get up out of here.
Yeah.
We got the Colts and the Ravens. Is Anthony Richardson playing?
He's in the protocol, and I don't really care.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Ravens.
Ravens.
Bro, Ravens are doing exactly what we thought they were going to do.
And what I say, this was one of my teams that would be fighting for the number 1 seed.
Yeah, you definitely said it. I thought you'd be hating on them.
I guess maybe if you just look at memes, maybe that's what you'll think.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Whatever.
We got the Panthers and the Seahawks. It's already been announced that Bryce Young is not playing. He's already injured. I was going to pick the Seahawks regardless, but my thing I did want to say, I want to say this is, bro, they putting in Andy Dalton to do quarterback sneaks, short yardage stuff. If you were that scared
to get Bryce Young hurt, you should never have.
You should have never drafted him, bro.
I just had deja vu. I feel like maybe I said this about Bryce Young in college or was it maybe, I don't know, but I've had deja vu about saying that. But yeah,
his size wasn't an issue for me because he didn't take like a lot of big hits. Like I said, right. Cool, you got him in shotgun. He can still make all the throws. His wide receivers are ass. They're not getting no separation. They're not helping him out. Like I said, his offensive line is not helping. They're not even running the ball as effectively as I thought they would do. All the offseason that they did have, that it did look good on paper. Offseason did look good on paper. It did not come to fruition.
Right.
But my thing is, if you was that damn scared to run a quarterback sneak,
should have drafted CJ Stroud.
You never should have drafted him. Like you,
Anthony Richardson, like
anybody.
Something. Yeah, no. But this could be one of them games. Andy Dalton fuck around and be like, I think I'm gonna be good today.
Yeah, that's
because that Seattle defense, it Devin Witherspoon back, but it could be weird.
And me and you had a fake argument in personally about their defense, and I didn't understand why they defense ass or average. Come on, Seahawks, like y'all got the pieces.
Yeah. I don't know why. That's weird.
Yeah. All right. 0-2 teams versus. Come on, babe. It's sad.
This ain't fair, man. Like it ain't fair.
Who else wasn't it fair? It wasn't fair for the Broncos, and it wasn't fair
for the Bears, man.
But you know what? You know what? It's their fault for losing their first 2 games. Like the Bears could have beat the Packers. It was a toss-up divisional game. You could have beat the Bucks. So you could have been 2-0 coming into this game. Instead,
change the whole narrative on your team.
Same thing like the Broncos. Now, but yeah, Chiefs get back on point. Chiefs gonna look like the Chiefs this game.
Hate that they get to have a get right game. Like
Another
one. Just run through. We can run through this one quick.
Oh, absolutely. Even though the Cardinals are playing tough, they're playing hard, they're playing, competitive. They're playing competitively ass. The trash. They still the Cardinals. They still don't have the personnel. They still don't have the pieces. Cowboys.
Poor Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, I really do feel bad for him. Might see what's the dude name? Clayton Tune.
Clayton Tune.
Yeah, might see Clayton Tune. Steelers Sunday night. Got the Steelers and the Raiders. What'd you say? A tune-up game? A clean-up game? What'd you call it for the Chiefs?
A get-right game.
A get-right game.
Yeah.
This should be a get-right game for the Steelers.
Because the Raiders don't have any defense.
No. They don't have anything. The only thing that the Raiders do have, they do have Josh Jacobs. Still ain't sold on the Steelers' run defense.
Right. And Cam Hayward's still out.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the game. Hey, Kenny Pickett
should look like something.
You better look like something. Because if you there you go. Boy, if you struggle on offense against the Raiders in this John Madden Classic.
Now listen. Tomlin already came out and said, hey, listen, we're not making no knee-jerk reaction, loosely quoting him. But he said the coaches got to coach better. It's on us. We got to do better. Bro, I put it up again. If the Steelers struggle on offense against the Raiders, like how long do you stay with Matt Canada, bro? Like what more do you need to
sign
see?
that man to a 10-year extension. Keep running Najee Harris right into the backside of the offensive line. Hey, keep it going. I know, yeah, you got Steelers. Come on. All right, Monday night.
Another doubleheader.
This is the dumbest shit ever, dog.
Oh my god, it makes no sense. Oh man, but we got the Eagles and the Bucks. The clash of the 2-0s, the undefeated.
Wow.
I got the Bucks.
This is gonna be a tough game. The Eagles have been looking like they've been struggling. And what did we say in this offseason? Y'all are replacing 2 coordinators. And yes, they've won their 2 games. And I understand that. And I'm not taking anything away from them. But y'all better start looking like something, because all that shit y'all was saying, Jarvis, it's time to start looking like the machine that y'all were last year. Sorry, Ryan. Gotta go with the Eagles, dog.
Yeah.
I gotta go with the Eagles. I gotta go with the Eagles because I need to catch up in these standings. Because I had a great lead week 1.
I'm going with the Bucks because the Bucks defense has still been showing up this year. And
Absolutely.
Baker Mayfield has been playing clean football.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is play clean football. The defense.
But that's my worry.
What?
Can he do it 3 games in a row?
You see the Eagles defense? All right. What they been doing?
I know. I know.
Cool. Cause look, you watch the game.
Based on the feeling, my boy. Based on the feeling.
Watch the game live. All we gotta do, watch our timeline. Eagles fans ready to fire both of the coordinators already.
Already. I know.
Already.
Of course. We might clip that. I like that.
Yeah. Final. We got the final game, the Monday night game. We got the Rams and the Bengals.
We better, goddammit. That's all I'm gonna say. We better.
I mean, the Rams.
We got to. The Rams ain't no pushover, but we better.
It's so crazy that it's like, for the life of me, for $1 million right now, I can't name another person on this defense other than Aaron Donald. For $1 million, I cannot. Can you? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, they still got who? See what I'm saying? You doing that? You ain't getting $1 million either. And they've been in competitive game. They handled the Seahawks. They was going at it with the 49ers in the majority of that game. They was in that game, but they're great value. Yeah, definitely. What Matt Stafford gonna do?
Hey, preseason during the draft process, I told motherfuckers watch out for Puka Nacua.
You know what Stafford gonna do? He gonna lazy in on one receiver and feed them.
Maybe Cup wasn't so good after all.
We gonna see. But who you got? Oh, well, of course you got the Bengals because y'all have to, right?
We better. That's all I'm gonna say. We better.
I got y'all too because the Rams defense, they don't have the defense to stifle y'all, even with the bad game plan. A bad game plan that y'all can show up with.
Hey,
I don't
we
think
running swing passes, hitches, and go balls, and digs and sail routes. Hey, Sean McVay walking that defensive meeting and say, "Hey, look, on first down he go call this, on second down he go call this, and on third and long because they ain't got shit else, they gonna call this. Stop that, and we gonna fuck them up."
Gotcha, but yeah, we're gonna be tuned in.
We better, goddammit.
Who your survivor pick for this week?
Oh, my survivor. Let's see.
Well, you want me to go first while you waiting on it? You can go first.
Last week I had
you had the Giants.
I had the Giants.
And I had the Bills.
Go first, man.
I had the 49ers. I picked the 49ers.
Oh, okay.
And they playing tonight. They already up 3-0. We about to get up out of here. Like I said, no Saquon, no. Just even if they had Saquon, I just had to. I think I can't remember who the other team I had. I was going against. I was debating between.
So usually my trick has been who are the Cardinals playing?
Yeah,
that's usually who I'm picking. But I do kind of want to say the Cowboys till late in the year. So I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm going with the Patriots.
Okay.
That's gonna be my survivor, dog. I'm going with it. The Patriots have been picked in 1% of survivor leagues. I'm going with the Patriots. Put it out there.
I almost told you who my other survivor was, and then next thing you know, you was gonna pick him, and then survive. No, I'm not doing it. So you going with the Patriots?
I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm going with the 49ers with playing now. Curtis is going with the Cowboys. I like it. We have some good ones. We went over our time, but we want to show some love right quick. Hold on. And we do know if I got Chris cashing in with Chris, if he's going to continue to put out these parlays or give y'all the money bets or something that y'all should get some money on, we're gonna definitely do this a little bit earlier in the recording.
The podcast.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. But like I said, for tonight's game, this is the cashing in with Chris segment. Y'all hear me? This is the cashing in with the K, cashing with Chris.
Cash.
With Chris, cashing in with Chris segment. So he got Waller over 40 yards and over 40.5 receptions. He got Darius Slayton over 40 yards and over 2.5 receptions. You got Run CMC over 70 yards rushing. You got Debo over 40. I don't know, we got over 40 receiving or 40 rushing, but we're gonna go with receiving right now, just off the strength because he is a receiver. Quotation. We got Kittle over 25 yards receiving. He got the 49ers over money line with the money line. They got Debo 4.5 reception. So y'all see it. Y'all seen it in the chat earlier. He put it in earlier. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about the cashing in segment?
The Slayton and Waller are concerning me just because of I don't know how well Daniel Jones is going to do under pressure against this team. Mm-hmm. I think CMC is going to. I think he's going to go over that 70.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure about Kittle. He can be a little bit, up and down. He might give you, 80 yards this game, but he could give you 5 too. So it's a little like I don't know where he stands on this pecking order, but with Brandon Ayuk not playing today, I think it's gonna be helpful.
That was my thing.
And so I think that may bump him up in the receiving pecking order. So I think it's very plausible. What do you think?
I think all of them made sense, other than I kind of was a little skeptical about Waller because I think that they can defend Waller. I think they have like
Fred Warner and all of them. Yeah.
Fred Warner, like you say, the best linebacker. He's obviously the best coverage linebacker in the league. They got a good safety, fake Palomalu. Waller's the only one that's skeptical. He may get to 40 yards. It may be the 5 catches that's tough. That I'm worried about. Slayton is you have to throw it to somebody, and what you gonna throw it? Paris Campbell? No, I'm not really, not really. So, but everything else I'm very high on. And I hope that if anybody took heed, I hope that he put this bet in, and hopefully he cashes in with that. What we doing this week?
Hold on. I what I'm doing, I'm taking San Francisco with an alternate spread of 12.5, Purdy to throw over 200, CMC to run over 60, Daniel Jones to run over 25, and a Debo anytime touchdown that give you odds of 900 plus 928. So you put down 100, you can win 928.
Promo code 4TH. So you gonna do this weekly?
Yeah, if Chris gonna do it weekly, I'm gonna get mine too.
All right, so we got the cashing in with Chris segment. AJ's joining in on the cashing in with Chris segment. We understand that the game is going on, but look, Chris is in the group, in the Facebook group. So if y'all watching here on YouTube, join the Facebook group. Chris is here. Chris will hold y'all down on Sunday as well. He will drop it in, cash it in with Chris. Is the segment. So we here every week now. But I gotta ask you a question because are you joining? Because Curtis puts in the FanDuel every week. It was $20
I was there.
for the first 2 weeks. You was there last week.
I was there last week.
I'm gonna join this week.
Bet.
I'm gonna join this week. It's documented. I'm here. He gonna see me at work, so he definitely can yell at me if I don't join. So I'm joining. I'm letting you know right now. I'm joining this week, and we're gonna make sure we're gonna use the at everybody on that one. So ready to get up out of here?
Let's get on up out here and watch this game, man. So, hey, make sure you check us out on all podcast platforms. Hey, check the YouTube out. If you here watching, you didn't catch a live stream, or for those that are in the chat, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I'm gonna be counting how many thumbs we got up in this motherfucker. So hit that thumbs up button, hit that bell icon so you can get notified whenever we post something on YouTube. Hey. Yeah, all right. So 3Man Weave _ on Instagram and Twitter. Hit us up in the Facebook group with any questions to, get up on the podcast. And, if you have any posts that you want to get with the 4 minutes with the fours, we'll get it on here. Make sure you hit us up in the email podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com for any of your apparel needs from the 3Man Weave. Hey, if y'all hold us down, we got a dope ass fours collection coming. But we just got to make sure y'all ready for this merch, man. So if you order that merch and we start seeing it, we got something special for all the fours, man. So hold it down, represent. We are a part of the people, so that's why we want y'all to be included. So I'm AJ for Cannon. That's Hill. It's 3Man Weave. We out. Oh, that's your 4 fingers.